Guys, how are ya? This is Kyle again. We're going to start chapter 4. I'm just going to warn you, chapter 4 is going to take us a long time. It's super long, but you'll have plenty of time to get through it. It really is finishing the whole accounting cycle in one chapter. So with that being said, we're going to start with 4.1 Work Together. It's on page 91 of your textbook. And we're going to go through this one together, and we'll have you do the on your own for a grade. What we're doing here, it says Mulberry Incorporated has 2 departments, crafts and fabrics. Mulberry completed the transactions below. Use a form similar to the one below. For each transaction, indicate whether the expense is a direct, identifiable with a specific department, or an indirect expense. The title of the expense account. The first one's done for us. So basically what we have to know here, a direct expense is identifiable with and chargeable to a specific department. So for example, our departments would be crafts and fabrics. So something that just the craft department uses, that would be a direct expense, where utilities or your electricity, which all your departments use, your rent, would be an indirect. So it's a portion of it has to go through each department, but it's not directly an expense of the department. All right? So direct means it goes, just one department's using it. Indirect, the whole company is using it, or more than one department, I should say. So the first one, we paid cash for a utilities bill. So that's going to be an indirect expense because we all need that electricity, water, whatnot, and our account title will be utilities expense. Number 2, paid cash for advertising in a craft fair program. The ad was prepared by the craft department and includes craft products only. All right, so this is just for the craft. All right, so it's going to be a direct expense for the craft department. So it's going to be advertising expense, crafts. All right, number 3 says we paid cash for rush delivery, the delivery expense, on a special order of fabric for a regular customer. So again, this is just for the fabric department. So it's going to be a direct, and it will be delivery expense, fabric. Number 4, we paid cash for a bi-monthly payroll for administrative, fabric, and craft employees. Sales clerks are hired by specific department managers. So because it's going to be the administrative, the secretaries, the accounting department, the marketing, they work with both departments. This is going to be both a direct and an indirect. All right, so it's going to be salary expense, administrative, fabric, and crafts. All right, so obviously the fabric salaries is with the fabric department, but then the administrative is going to go with both. So that's why it's a both direct and indirect. Number 5, we paid cash for maintenance of the company's website. It's going to be an indirect because we all use the website, and it's going to be a website expense or advertising. Either would work. But your website does more than just advertising too, I think. All right, number 6 says we paid a consultant to train all sales clerks in effective selling techniques. So all of them. Fabric department, craft department. So they all got it. It's going to be an indirect, and it's going to be a training expense. All right. Paid a retainer fee to an attorney for legal advice. So in case somebody fell in our store and they might sue us, whatever it may be. Again, it's both departments. It'll be indirect because it's for the overall business. And we're going to call that miscellaneous. Or if you did, depending on your chart of accounts, you could say the legal fees expense. If it's something that's going to happen frequently, you could have it in your chart of accounts as an account title. Paid cash for monthly payroll taxes. Consider the taxes on the accounting employees only. So the accounting employees. So the accountants work with both the craft and the fabric. So it's going to be an indirect expense. And we're going to call it a payroll tax expense administrative. Number 9, paid cash for a promotional mailing to past customers to announce a new line of craft supplies. So again, now we're just dealing with our craft department. So it's going to be direct, advertising expense, craft. Number 10, paid cash for food and beverages for the annual employee party. Well, both departments are invited, so it's going to be an indirect, and it will be a miscellaneous, or again, if you do this frequently, could be an entertainment expense if you have it in your chart of accounts. Okay, so let's go through, check our answer. And we got an 18 out of 18. So we're going to have you guys do the on your own for a grade, and then we'll come back and do 4-2 work together. All right, take care.